In this video, we're going to show you how to create a second graph and identify the points of intersection. So we're going to jump over to the Equations tab, click in the second box down, and we're going to enter our second equation. Let's enter y equals 2x squared minus 3x plus 4. And click OK. And plot the equations. Well, let's just change that equation a little bit. So if we want to edit that second equation, let's jump back to the Equations tab. Click on the row. Let's change that from a plus 4 to a minus 4 instead. There we go. Now we have some clear points of intersection with our two graphs. So let's make an equation for that second graph. Again, in order to do that, we have to hover over that graph, right-click. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, when you've hovered over it properly, you can see the equation showing up in the bottom there. I'm going to right-click, and then we're going to click on Make an Equation label, and check. Let's just move where that is located. So you just click on that label, click Move the Marked Labels, and then use the up, left, right, and down arrows to put it into a better spot. Check mark, and you've got it where you'd like it. Okay, now you may notice that from time to time, there's a little message showing up on the screen. These messages are there to help you, but if they do get annoying, you can turn these off. So all you have to do is simply click on the question mark and then click Stop Help on the Graph tab, Stop Help on Access Limits, Stop Help on the Equations tab, and you can click the rest of them so that none of those help messages are appearing. So let's click those final 4, and we won't see those messages appearing again. Okay, just X to get out of that screen, and now we won't see those messages appearing any longer. If you would like to have them come back again, then again, all you have to do is click on the question mark, click the checkbox where you'd like to see that help. So now we've hovered over a point of intersection between the two graphs, and you can see that at the bottom of the screen, we've got both of the equations appearing. We can't find the points of intersection unless we're hovering over a point of intersection and you see those two equations appearing at the bottom of the screen. So we've done that, and let's click on points of intersection. So on the screen, you can see that 2 of our points of intersection have been labeled. Let's just move them out of the way, and let's look at our list to see if we're actually seeing all of the points of intersection. Now you can see here, there in green are actually 3 points of intersection on our graph. We're just not seeing that third one because it's beyond the limits of what we're seeing graphed at this point. So first of all, let's move a couple of our labels by checking the intersection point and using the arrows so that our coordinates are not overlapping other text. Okay, and now we're going to change the axes to see if we can actually make that third point of intersection appear. We can see that it's probably somewhere at the top of the graph. We want to see this one. We can see that the y-axis is 25.2. So our axes will have to include at least up to 25.2 on the y-axis. So let's change our y-axis. We've put it up to 30. That should work. And now here we can see that that third point of intersection has appeared, 4.6 and 25.2. Great. Now, one other thing we might want to look at is how to zoom in more closely into any of these points of intersection. All we have to do is click on the magnifying glass. You can see this is the zoom screen. And now we just hover over top and drag the mouse over to show the points of intersection. We can continue to do this and zoom further in. And with every zoom, you'll notice that we're showing more decimals and we're able to see the points of intersection with more accuracy. We can jump back out of that by hitting the two arrows up at the top left part of the screen and continue to zoom in or revert back to see as much detail as we'd like. So let's change our text on this graph. We're going to edit it to say my second graph. So click on points and labels, select the label. We'll do a simple edit to the text. Click back on the graph tab and you'll see that our label has changed, my second graph. And now we're going to finish this demonstration off by saving this as sample number 2. And there we go. In the top of the screen, you can see that it's properly saved. You can see the pathway that it appears, and you'll be able to find that graph again.